So welcome everybody to today's gathering. We have a plan. I will introduce you with Sophia herself today. I felt the energy planet calls for that. And then Tim will take us to Starship Athena, where we will again work on ourselves, on our subtle bodies. And then we bilocate to the ring of Ascension, and once again we will gather around the Sophia dragon tribe medicine wheel and invoke miracles on behalf of humanity. And then at the end, Tim will briefly summarize the topics of yesterday's webinar with David Miller. The topic was the Arcturian crystal lake on Arcturus. So, who is Sophia? Sophia, the Divine Mother Source. She is the loving presence that permeates all that is. She is everywhere, she is everything. She is within every single name, including the Holy Father. You can refer to her as she who has no name. She is the breath of life itself. All rays of light originate from Sophia's pearlescent white source light. This light is mana, stardust. It is the breath of life. And then there's the dark mother rays, and they express the black womb wisdom and the limitless, uncontainable space of Sophia's primordial presence. So that was from the book Sophia Code by Kaya Ra. So Sophia is in you, within you, and it is your free will choice to realize that and to connect with this light. So she designed you that way. It is your free will to connect with her and to listen. The more we connect with Sophia, we activate the divine human potential within us. She conceived us in the still womb as herself. That means that all the divine qualities of Sophia are within your soul. So she birthed your soul from the deep womb, just as she conceived the source light, which creates all the worlds of form. So every holy quality is in your soul. It is the same Sophia light that permeates you, but it is uniquely sequenced. The sequencing is the soul's DNA. It is a frequency by which you are recognized when you don't have a body. And this unique sequence is called key code. So each of us have a key code. And this key code is this of all souls. DNA, which permeates your body. And that means that permeates you on cellular level. The Sophia is a code. And the more you speak it, the more you remember. So, Sophia, you vibrate your body, you activate the remembrance that you are one with Sophia. Now, the fact that she birthed you from the womb means that you are the same as she is. So you too have the womb from which you birth your sovereign creations. You are the soil from which you birth your sovereign creation. So you are the soil and you are the seed. And in that is your power as the creator of, as the sovereign creator of new realities. So as we connect with Sophia, we are one with her. In the past, in the third dimension, which is based on separation, this separation caused all suffering. So by coming back into the center, we can lift up all these temporary illusions. That's the key to come into unity, to realize that you are one with Sophia. You was never separate. The more you connect with her, the more you activate your divine potential, the true self which you are. And I will close this part with saying that we are living in a golden age of miracles. And that we are the sovereign creators and that we are the change. Let me read you a short paragraph from the book. No matter how the global crisis may enrage, confound, or sadden you, your feelings can be gathered as a great momentum that bypasses the minefields of duality. You can harness the passion of what you feel as fuel for a spiritual revolution that will require a great stamina for the steadfast embodiment of your Sophia Christ light. This is your lifetime to lead as a beacon of attunement for others. You are one of the innumerable light workers from across the universe, incarnating on earth at this time to birth a spiritual revolution of Sophia Christ consciousness, including the return of the divine feminine Christ, which activates the sovereignty of humanity. This spiritual revolution does not require that you fight against anything or anyone. This is a revolution of your own divinity, commanding miracles to dissolve all obstacles that are in your way. Resourcing your divinity to immaculately birth a new world paradigm is the most revolutionary act that you can commit. Please join me chanting Om, and after that, Tim, you can take over.
We're going to do a meditation that we have done before in the group of 40. And it's Helio-On, the subtle body meditation. And this meditation is to purify and cleanse our subtle body energy. And as I said, we will be working with Helioa. The meditation was taken from a lecture in February of 2020. So before we begin, let us chant the Kadosh mantra 3 times so that it brings an intense focus for us during this meditation and our work today. So chant with me if you wish. Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Dot, Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Dot, Kadosh, 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 Adonai, Zeveot. Let us recalibrate our aura into the shape of the cosmic egg, and we'll ask Giuliano to send quantum omega light to coat our cosmic egg with a new light. Omega light. Feel the quantum omega light reformulating your aura into the shape of the cosmic egg. As it comes into that shape, it will bring a great energy boost into each of us. We feel a new vibratory thrust in our spirit and our physical body as we connect with this 5th dimensional light. We will go into silence now as we work on receiving this light. Giuliano now sends down the violet Arcturian light and distributes it to each of us. This quantum light will enable us to accelerate this group's consciousness, energy, cohesiveness, and coherency. This light will help us to utilize in a higher light all of the Arcturian spiritual planetary tools. To help us align our subtle body. They have the technology. They have the vital body to help us cleanse it. Chambers that help you work with this. Tomar also has the special healing chambers in his temple, which can also do great purification on our subtle bodies. But what is the relationship between the soul and the subtle body? The subtle body is directly connected to your soul. And this connection is through luminous cords and luminous cables. These are energy fields that the subtle body is able to use and can communicate through. The soul is above the subtle body. the soul and the subtle body are highly interactive. You can imagine that if there is a distortion or damage to the subtle body, then the soul can respond. And the soul will seek out ways of repairing the subtle body, which means that the subtle body often needs to be repaired and purified. There are experiences in the third dimension which can harm the subtle body. But there are also experiences and opportunities to heal and repair the subtle body. This is partly one of the reasons why we may have decided to come here at this time. There is also a connection between the subtle body and ascension. The idea of ascension is that you use this alchemy, transformational process in which your physical body transforms into another energy field. And then that energy field is able to transfer you to another realm. If you are totally identified with your subtle body, then you can give up your physical body with joy. Identify with the subtle body, and the subtle body can easily enter higher dimensions, and you can transfer you to other realms and other dimensions. Take a deep breath and experience a state of relaxation in which you become aware of your energy field around the physical body. Feel the beautiful, joyful shape and the energy field known as the subtle body that is above your aura. It is even above the energy field of the cosmic egg. It is important to say that the subtle body can also be called, in metaphysical terminology today, the light body. And the light body is luminously bright. And you know that the subtle body is your true essence. You have only come down into this third dimensional body as part of an experience, as part of a traveling on your soul journey. Not totally who you are in the physical body. You are greater than this physical body. See and allow yourself to go. Some have even called this the I am presence. Again, see and know that it is above your aura. We will go into meditation as you experience this higher form of yourself, the true part of yourself. Now say this affirmation. I am my light body. I am my subtle energy field light body. I am my light body. I am my subtle energy field, light body. Open the antenna of your light body, which is at the crown chakra. Prepare yourself to receive communications from the ascended master and other higher consciousness beings that are around this galaxy. Space, time, and distances are not meaningful like are on the third dimension. Feel and know that there is an interconnectedness of higher beings in this galaxy. We will now work with Helioa. Helioa is connecting her subtle body with yours. Helioa sends down a corridor of light to each of you. Call on your light body. Call on your subtle energy field to bilocate and travel to the Starship Athena through this corridor. The energy in the healing chamber is more powerful than any healing you have ever had. More powerful than any hallucinogenic drug you have ever had. It is a light purification that is especially aligned, attuned, and calibrated for your subtle body. The light in the chamber is cleansing you. It is removing densities. It is healing all levels of the cells that may have been damaged from your experience on the earth. It can heal all traumas that you might be carrying with you. Yes, this is a tremendous healing chamber of light. We will go into meditation as you experience this healing for your subtle body. You are now transforming directly into your light body as your subtle body continues to remove any densities, any blocks, any contaminations, and any distortions. You are now totally in your subtle energy field, and you are merging into your light body. Om. This is truly a soul healing experience. Continue to feel this high energy cleansing field and purification.
So as we continue receiving the healing here, we take part of us and bilocate to the ring of Ascension. We are gathering around Sophia Dragon Tribe Medicine Wheel and invoking the presence of the galactic Kachina, the intermediary. Feel her arriving. We are connecting with the galactic Kachina with the intention that she helps us to comprehend these energies and frequencies we will be working with today. As we are looking down on planet Earth, we see our sister cities, each of them having an etheric crystal. We now command these crystals to rise and form a perfect triangle. As we do that, we invoke the power of triangulation and power of Trinity as the way out of polarity and separation. We align ourselves with our higher self and with our oversoul. And now, Catherine, over to you.
We call forth the Holy Spirit and the Sophia Christ consciousness to create a sacred space. Joining us in the north, we welcome White Buffalo Woman, she of 1,000 thunder beings and white clouds, to protect our circle. Joining us in the northeast, we welcome Isis, she of 1,000 names, to guide our circle. Joining us in the east, we welcome Hathor, she of 1,000 voices, to activate our circle. Joining us in the southeast, we welcome Green Tara, she of 1,000 stars, to empower our circle. Joining us in the south, we welcome Mother Mary, she of 1,000 roses, to bless our circle. Joining us in the southwest, we welcome Mary Magdalene, she of 1,000 angels, to anoint our circle. And joining us in the west, we welcome Kuan Yin, she of 1,000 waters, to enlighten our circle. And joining us in the northwest, we welcome Key Code 777, the Sophia Dragons, she who births sovereign creators, to amplify our prayers and intentions. Below us, we welcome the presence of Mother Earth, Sophia Gaia. We now fill the center of the circle with our collective I am presence. And finally, we lift ourselves into the 7th plane of Sophia Christ consciousness, where instantaneous miracles and divine knowing exists. We surrender into the unconditionally loving divine will of Sophia and ask her to direct this gathering. May it be for the highest good of all.
Thank you, Katrin. We are now in ceremony, free from constructs of space and time, where instantaneous healing and divine knowing exists. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb, where I can know nothing and be born anew. And we are asking Sophia to baptize us with unconditional love, so that we recognize that her light is the light of our souls. Her I am presence is our I am presence. We are one. We are one unified energy field, merging, blending with all these divine, feminine Christ teachers, with Sophia herself, with Galactic Kachina, with all the beings from on high we have magnetized to us by the power of our pure hearts. We are gathered here with intention to anchor the golden age of miracles. We are here to embody heaven on earth. It is our heartfelt desire to birth a new paradigm, and we are asking for assistance with building a bridge from the old world of separation into unity in diversity. We intend to embody the full divine potential of our higher selves. For we know that as we do that, we liberate the Akashic records of humanity from all suffering. May the Sophia Christ light of our higher selves activate the dormant DNA of humanity. May the loving kindness of Sophia touch every human heart. May the humanity awaken, gain spiritual vision, and see through all illusion. May the humanity be able to forgive everything and everyone. We are asking for divine intervention on all divine dimensional levels in order to birth an immaculate world, clean and spotless, free from sin, fault, and error. May the transcendental power of our faith allow the miracles and divine interventions become ordinary occurrences in our daily life. May the transcendental power of our faith Allow the miracles and divine interventions to become ordinary occurrences in our daily life. Bask in the presence of the Holy Spirit. Sophia, Sophia Dragon Tribe. We open a portal of light. We are gathered here to be in service to humanity, to hold the space for all that which is available to us, all that we are beyond our ability to articulate. Only Sophia knows what is needed in the now. We have stated our intentions, our hopes and prayers. Now we give it over to Sophia. Immaculate beauty, immaculate grace, immaculate geometry, immaculate space. We are channeling this energy, receiving this energy and transmitting. Transmit it into the new sphere, into human collective conscious and subconscious. Channel it down through the triangle we have formed, all the way down to the multidimensional core of Gaia. Channel this energy into our cities of light, into our homes, into our communities, and into the etheric crystals. We program these 3 etheric crystals to receive this download and continuously transmit it into our cities of light, into our communities. Once again, feel into this energy and remember it. Record it in your cellular memory so that you can expand into it at any time. With great gratitude in our hearts, we say thank you to all these beings from on high that are participating in this glorious moment of liberation of humanity. Now bilocate back to the Starship Athena and merge with your light body. And over to you, Tim.
Now it is time to prepare ourselves to return to Earth and back to our physical bodies. Focus on your heart. Fill your heart with this healing light. For it is said that the true earth healings comes when the heart is also purified. We gather as a group and begin to leave the healing chamber, knowing that you can return to this chamber at any time. We walk forward as a group to the entranceway of the ship. We see the corridor that is connecting to our homes. Together, we enter the corridor and travel through the corridor at the speed of thought. You can come back into your room. You see your physical body and your aura. You are in your light body and in your subtle body. And you are aware that there are layers. You have your light body. You have your aura. And you have your physical body. Bring your light body into alignment with your aura. This purifying charge of energy that you have experienced in Helio's healing chamber will transfer into your aura and into your physical body now. At the count of 3, in perfect alignment, bring yourself down through your subtle body energy field, through your light body, into your aura, and then into your physical body. 1, 2, 3, now. You are expanded. You will experience a feeling of joy and harmony that will last for the next 24 hours. Your abilities for receiving communication and information from higher beings, as well as your psychic abilities, have now doubled from where they were before we started this exercise. Blessings to you and healing light.
Thank you, Tim.
You're
Focus
welcome.
on that light emanating from your heart space. It is limitless, omnipresent, permeating your city of light, your community. Send it to all the cities of light, all the planetary reserves of light. Send it into the crystalline grid. Send it all around the planet. May every human being be able to receive this light. And know that wherever you go, you take this light with you. And so it is. Please unmute yourself. Your radiant faces, smiles on your faces.
Very nice. Beautiful.
They are high on light.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
That was terrific. I'm going to have to run. I have to go into town. I'm so sorry, but I just want to thank you. It's fantastic, really. Do you have a recording of this,
Yes.
Ariana? You can send it to me. I think I'd love to listen to it again. Yeah.
Good to have you.
Yeah, it's good. Good. I'm sorry I have to go, but it's really, I'd rather just bask in the energy. I wish I didn't have to go anywhere. But thank you so much. It's good to see everybody. Thank you.
You too, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Good to be with you, Bob.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
So it is interesting how Giuliano describes it. He says, your light body is above you. I see it when you connect with your light body, your higher self is above you. It's in the vertical column of light, yet it spills into your cosmic egg, into your, what is the word I'm looking for? Cube torus energy field. So that's what he means when he says your soul is above you. Energetically, vibrationally, you expand up the vertical column of light and you fountain it out into your field. It is permeating you. That's how I see it.
Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, everyone. It's always good. Yeah, energetically, it's always good to do it with all of you, with somebody, with community, because it feels like energy is amplified. I don't know. It just feels like there is more energy or there is more force when we are together. So I really am grateful to be with you all.
Thank you.
It's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
So Tim,
And I like the imagery, Ariana.
huh?
I like the imagery. I like the imagery of the energies going up and coming down, and then it's just like a vortex, and it's just like some of the photos that we see. So that's how it is. That's a good visual.
Yeah, I was kind of, I was comparing, when I prepare for these meditations, I look at it from every angle because there's infinity ways how you can ask and receive. So I was comparing opening portal of light as opposed to writing it on the triangular screen of our cities of light, or writing it with the red letters and the galactic shield within our medicine wheel. I think it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, when we work with the Arcturian technique, imprinting it with the red letters, it's like more technical. And as we are working with Sophia, I thought, let's just open the portal of light and let it flow. Let it flow.
Yeah.
It flowed.
It's good. That's good.
Yeah. So Tim, tell us about the webinar yesterday.
The webinar was very interesting, and it worked with the fifth dimensional bodies. It provided information on what the information is you receive when you're there in the fifth dimension, and how to prepare to ascend and heal your personal self. Took us through some personal growth, spirituality. It also covered how to travel to the crystals, to crystal in Arcturia, the master crystal in Arcturus, through the corridors, using the speed of thought, and what it felt like, or should be like, or as Giuliano described it being like, when you enter the corridor, shedding the third dimensional concerns and baggage that you have. And when you're in the fifth dimensional, time is different. It's not measured. You can't measure it. There's no beginning, no end. It is at that moment what it is. So some may feel it a slow tempo, but as it's slowed, you can resolve a whole lot of problems or issues in a short time, as it would be measured in Earth time. And in the fifth dimension, that is because of the expanded consciousness that we have. So there are many things in short Earth time to facilitate the healing in the time we have left on Earth, was one of the other points that he made out. We don't have that much time left. I'm still trying to work with that one myself and see what that really means. But to graduate or to ascend, you have to complete your soul mission here on Earth. The personal one, the planetary one, whichever one that you happen to be working on at this particular time. And the other point that he brought up was to grasp the fact that you are a multi-dimensional being, and adjusting for a new alignment and ascension right now while we are here. And so at that point, we went into a meditation that worked with healing, development, expansion, becoming the fifth dimensional being in your third dimensional body, and gaining more and greater fifth dimension awareness or being. And from there, then Gudrun presented emotional healing for the third dimensional star seeds. And she took us through identifying the fact that we acknowledge the third dimensional self, which is awakening to the fifth dimensional star seed self. And she counsels star seeds dealing with that particular issue, how to interact with the third dimensional individuals that are here that sometimes think you're a little bit off base or a little unbalanced. So she took us through some of that. the major focus, though, through her presentation was to how to identify that you're both fifth dimensional and third dimensional. So how to work with and accept who you are and how to grow yourself rather than worrying about how you appear to other third dimensional beings that are here that haven't awakened yet. So then she also took us through issues of how to deal with the ego, the baggage, the self-confidence, and the acceptance, and how to heal and be yourself while you are a third dimensional being. And also, you know, she again said, just kind of know where to go if you need help, and she will always be there. So then David took us to work with Vimus, and he took us through a meditation there. And Vimus is the soul psychologist, a higher dimensional beings. So we took on, we went over accelerating the healing, and again, the whole webinar was built upon what we just got through doing ourselves. You know, bringing forward the healing, bringing forward the personal preparation, working with Hawthorne and stuff. So Vimus keeps telling us that we are living in a free will zone, and we have choice. We can choose to help people, choice to heal people, heal ourselves, be who we are, making the choice to evolve, and making the choice on how ready we want to be and how ready we want to accelerate and receive and heal. He also brought up the fact that there were three parts of the soul: the animal, which we know, the middle, and the higher. The animal being the lower self, the middle self, and the higher self. Now, he pointed out that when you ascend, you do take the middle and higher selves with you, but you leave the lower self here. You need to, and then he also said that being in the free will zone, you need to take care of the physical body, which we are housed in at this point. Then he also took us through the fact that you can elevate the animal body through prayer and spirituality. So it's not as an aggressive being, using higher spiritual and ethical attitudes. The physical body, he pointed out, is a temple, so we need to give it love and care. He also pointed out that we do carry wounds in our physical body at the cellular level from previous injuries, physically imprinted from their lifetime, as well as the current lifetime that we're here. And he pointed out that the soul does not forgive prior experiences and choice experiences, but we can choose to heal the baggage that we are carrying from prior and current existences. And we can do that through ethical social self. We can do that by merging in the lower self with the middle self and the higher self. What we would like to do is we have the choice to do good for others and bring others balance, harmony, love, spirituality. It's what you want to do in this free will zone that we're in, to do the mission that you're on. And that you have, he ended with the fact that your sphere of influence, whether it's small or large, you can influence the sphere of others, the sphere of the world. The higher self, the super mind he covered, and how you can access the super mind and how that expands your healing and what it can do and offer. But I think a lot of us here know that when we're connected with our higher selves, a lot of things resolve themselves. And we don't have to be struggling so much with that. And within, we went into a meditation and we did a contact with our teachers, our guides, and took us through a personal healing at that point. And that was basically the webinar. It was very interesting, very energetic.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So you was in your fifth dimensional body sitting around the lake?
We did go there, yes, with Giuliano. Guaymas, I don't remember us going to the lake, but I know we went there with Giuliano because we worked with the Arcturian crystal,
Mm-hmm.
and we had our third eyes, at least mine was, connected to the etheric crystal, and brought in high healing light, high light, energetic light into the fifth dimensional body, which then brought it down into the third dimensional bodies. I think a lot of us after the webinar were still trying to comprehend and trying to assimilate all of the energy that we had picked up.
Yeah. So Gudrun for
so that was basically it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. So Gudrun is David Miller's wife, and she's a psychotherapist, and you can write to her, and you can have a private session with her if you are interested. Have you, Caroline, Catherine, have you been to the Crystal Lake in a guided meditation?
Right, yeah.
You, Catherine?
I don't know. I don't remember if I did.
So maybe we do it next time.
Thank you, Tim. That was very comprehensive. That was a whole lot of topics. And you summarized it so clearly and well for us who couldn't make it there. Thank you. Appreciate it. What was this question about not having enough time? Is there some more clarity with this?
The clarity that I received from that was the fact that if you're in the fifth dimension has no time constraints and things move very rapidly. And you can work on 2 to 3 things at the same time. And like I said, there's no restrictions and there's no measurement. And if you take the Earth time and put that in the fifth dimensional time, it feels like that time is going slowly, right? He didn't clarify the fact that we have a short amount of time here on Earth, unless he's referring to our physical existence here on Earth. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the fifth dimension, we don't have an end to our existence. We have an expansion to our existence. But on the Earth time, in the third dimension, time is measured. Time is measured for the fact that at some point we will end our existence here. Right.
Okay.
I think that's what he was alluding to. But like you, I had that same question when I came back, and I'm glad you asked that question now, because it's bringing some sense to it for me at the same time.
Yeah, thank you.
So it is likely that while we was in the Sophia's medicine wheel, that we were there for eternity.
It's very possible.
Did he, it sounded like you said that Juliana said that we are very close to Ascension, that there's little time.
Well, at the time, I wasn't sure that it, that was the question that immediately comes up when he said that. It's either time to ascend or your life, your existence here is going to be terminated at some, I don't know. He didn't clarify. It would be a good Q&A.
Yeah.
And see if he doesn't give us a little more explanation of that.
Yeah.
So, I know about being multidimensional beings, but is there like any more techniques that they shared about trying to resolve as many things in the third dimension while we're here and doing as many things of our other dimensional task with awareness while we're here? Is there more notes on this?
What he did was, again, go back over some of the current tools or the tools that he's brought forward, such as the channeling and going up to either the Starship or the temples or the crystal, thought travel and arcane power that we have within us, growing that arcane power. The other point was that if we do that and expand ourselves to that and work with our higher selves on the issues that we may have here or other issues that we're trying to help other people heal or take care of, with using and being open and bringing down our higher body, our higher selves, we are open to all of the connectedness of the higher dimensions, as well as the our guides, our teachers, etc. So in our higher selves, we have that information coming in that we can process, right, to help ourselves and others. But as far as a new technique or a new tool, no. Again, he went over the corridors, the speed of thought, arcane power.
Oh, that's a good reminder that we already have the tools.
Yes.
It's just to use them. Thank you.
Yes.
I was considering playing another piece of music by Tom Kenyon. I believe it's called Trillions or Trillions. He talks about the same as the Sophia light. Okay, so the Sophia light, that all that encoding is in you. It's your free will choice to connect with it. And this piece of music I'm talking about, as you listen to it, it activates that within you, that divinity which is within you, dormant, but you have to ask for it. So it's all about intention. And remember that you are creating your reality. You have all the tools. Just intention. Focus.
Thank you for a reminder.
And you're more than welcome. And I know that we all do that. Being in the third dimension, we have a tendency at times, and life gets involved, that we kind of move away from what we're doing, and we have to remind ourselves from time to time. And I think was one of the great things that I brought away from that webinar yesterday too, that there are times I need to be reminded that, hey, it's not what you think it is right now. So, and things all get better, and your energy comes from higher dimensions and higher guides as well. So Use the tools.
Yeah.
Use the tools.
And remind yourself that you are living in an illusionary reality. And that if you go into fear, it means that you don't trust yourself, your power. Because there's absolutely nothing to fear. The worst that can happen is you lose your body. And we want it anyway, right? So Juliana was talking about it, that if you should die now, let's say 1 month before Ascension, you still catch the Ascension train. Well, thank you everybody for coming today.
Thank you. Thank you,
for putting it
everyone.
together.
Thank you.
Really great.
It's good to be with all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was good. Thank you.
Regroup next week. We may meet in the physical, we may not. We'll see how we feel. There's no need to right now. Will be shown. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Take
everybody.
care, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you.